What if I told you that anxiety in relationships isn't caused by love, commitment, or closeness, but by a single misunderstanding we all make? And what if fixing that one misunderstanding could instantly bring more ease, clarity, and joy into your connections with others? It sounds too good to be true, right? But anxiety-free relationships are not a fantasy. They begin the moment you choose understanding over expectation. It's that moment when you wake up each day and decide to respond consciously instead of reacting emotionally. This is when relationships stop draining you and start nourishing you. So, let's explore why relationships can become so anxious. When you live in this world, you're constantly interacting with people. The more people you interact with, the more complex your life becomes. If you sit in a small office with just one other person, a little bit of understanding is usually enough. But if you manage hundreds of people, or even just one deeply intimate relationship, you need a whole lot more understanding. And here's where most relationships hit a wall. We expect others, especially those closest to us, to understand us. We think they should automatically understand our needs, our fears, and our desires. But waiting for people to understand you before you can be happy is a pipe dream. It doesn't work in leadership, and it certainly doesn't work in love. The truth is, the closer the relationship, the more responsibility falls on you to understand them, not to demand that they understand you. Let me tell you a quick story that illustrates this perfectly. There was a man who was slipping in and out of a coma, and his wife stayed by his side through every single hardship of his life. When he finally woke up for good, he looked at her and said, "You were there when I lost my job. You were there when my business failed. You were there when we lost our house. Now my health is failing, and you're still here. You know what? I think you bring me bad luck." It's funny, but it's also painfully accurate. This is exactly what we do in our relationships. The real problem is that we confuse closeness with entitlement. We think intimacy gives us the right to have expectations, but in reality, true closeness demands a greater capacity for understanding. Most conflicts happen because your line of understanding and their line of understanding don't match up. You have these invisible boundaries, and when they cross yours, you get upset. When you cross theirs, they get upset. It's a constant battle of unspoken rules. But what if your understanding was so vast that it went beyond theirs? What if it could include their limitations as well as their strengths? Suddenly, you are the one in control. You're no longer at the mercy of their moods or actions because you see the bigger picture. Now, the solution to this is simple, but it isn't easy. Understanding doesn't mean you have to agree with everything the other person does or says. It just means seeing reality clearly without the filter of your own needs and wants. Every single human being, even the most wonderful person you know, has moments of confusion, fear, or emotional chaos. That's just part of being human. If you don't understand that basic fact, you'll constantly be disappointed and you'll lose people. But if you do understand it, you learn how to handle those moments gracefully, without losing yourself in the process. When you can include people fully in your understanding, your relationships stop being accidental roller coasters of emotion. They become intentional, stable, and joyful. They become a source of strength. So, I want you to ask yourself this today. Do you want to decide what happens in your life? Or are you going to wait for others to change? The power is in your hands. If you want clarity, peace, and truly anxiety-free relationships, the first step is to expand your understanding. The moment you do, you'll find that anxiety just naturally dissolves. It loses its grip. So today, make a conscious choice. Choose understanding over expectation. And then just watch how your relationships and your entire life begin to flow with a newfound ease and joy. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content.